What's going on, people? Narcissism. It's another topic again I'm gonna get into. We're real brief. So you have survivors, folks who have been in relationships with a narcissist, who have actually survived the relationship. A narcissist likes to be in control and likes to control everything around them, especially their partners. That's evident, that's clear. The part about it that can get real difficult for the person in a relationship with a narcissist is that in some cases, a narcissist will paint or present an image of them being real, like they have their stuff together, you know? Like, for example, a narcissist can appear to be, well, let's say they go to a function, right? They go to a gathering or whatever, a cookout or a wedding or some type of family function. And to the family, the narcissist seems like the greatest person. They're on their best behavior. They're showing their partner love, quote unquote. They're hugging them. They're very attentive and things of that nature. But behind closed doors, it's a completely different story. Okay, behind closed doors, they're back to being, these manipulative, aggressive, and some, again, very controlling, possessive types of individuals, putting their partners through a series of hardships, and sometimes it can last years. And the partner can be exhausted, can be drained, can be emotionally, physically, mentally weak, or can become weak, you see. So it takes a lot. And then when the partner is asking for help or trying to, even express to their loved ones or people who are close to them or relatives or whomever, they will look like the bad person because the family believes the narcissist to be a great person. It happens sometimes. It happens. And so if a person has the strength to pretty much remove themselves from that type of situation, that's been like very, very abusive, very incredibly abusive, then they in turn can be labeled survivors. And so, they have to move on. One of the pitfalls about, remaining a survivor is not allowing yourself to fall into that same type of situation. It could be debilitating. It could be demoralizing. It can, mentally cripple someone, especially if you find yourself reaching out to the narcissist again, which is what they want. They want the attention. They want you to look for them. They want to be, the center of your life and your world, and that's how they operate. And the part about it that can be challenging too is if there's no help that's sought out, no type of professional, clinical type of help. If that's not in the life of the narcissist or in the life of the relationship or marriage or whatever have you, you're going to have a lot of problems, challenges, hardship, obstacles. It's just going to be ongoing because the issues are not being addressed. In some cases, the narcissist can display anger, when you confront them, with a situation or something, an incident that occurred, and you're trying to point it out to them, they can display anger or rage. I'm not saying this is in all cases. This is not absolute. This is just examples that I'm sharing. So it can be dangerous. So it's a difficult situation. It could definitely be dangerous, and it's not something that you should take lightly. And it's not easy. There are no cookie cutter types of ways to, remove yourself from the situation. It's just seek help. Seek help if you can, to deal with it, to uproot yourself so that you can take care of yourself, because it's a unhealthy situation if you're going to be in a position of being subjugated, abused, and taken advantage of. It's unhealthy, it's toxic. So, and if it's something that's coming directly from the person who's narcissistic, you have to at some point figure out how to get out of the situation by dealing with, I don't know, I don't have all the answers. This is just something that I'm sharing, and trying to point out, because the relationships are difficult, people are complicated, and there are no exact formulas in how to deal with certain problems. And I'm not saying narcissists are not worthy of having a bright, healthy future and overall well-being. What I'm saying is, if a person is in a relationship with a narcissist and it's incredibly destructive, you need help. And it becomes more complicated as well when children are involved. Okay, when children are involved, it's that much more sensitive, fragile, and risky. Everything is just increased that much more. All right, so if it goes unaddressed, if and it continues and it becomes problematic over a long period of time, the longer you stay, it's the harder, more difficult and challenging it is to come out of. It's like being in a hole and you're trying to climb out of this hole, and just to survive. Okay, so if you're fortunate enough to pull yourself out of something like that, then it makes sense to be labeled or to adopt a survivor, I guess, title. So that's it. If you like the content, if you like the information, leave a comment, share the video, subscribe, and take care of yourself.